A lot of stuff. Probably should stop hitting quick deploy, let's be honest. So for Legendsmith we have deployment, and for Theok we see Sticky Oil Bomb as the most recent unlock. And then here we have the attack module and the absorption module. For these players as the most recent things. I really should stop hitting quick deploy after round like 2. Somehow I always think that this scars on my screen, it looks way too realistic. And we see a range war factory for Legendsmith in its level 2. We have EMP on the marksman, so that is a potential hard counter for any big war factory play. I haven't seen war factories being played a lot ever since they got nerfed back down after being made so good that people were pushing with aggro war factories in the corner all the time. And yes, it was pretty good. Meanwhile, although it has been happening over a few rounds, we are actually having a decent amount of levels on these Sabertooths now. They are not yet capable of crushing all of this, but I think if they get just double shot, they are going to be able to deal with it. And let's be honest, double shot is still way too cheap. It costs as much as many first technologies if you get the double shot as a second technology. It is way too cheap for something that is this powerful. I don't know how the devs are overlooking this. We see anti-missile Mustangs here, and that is the only purpose for these Mustangs. And this war factory is... I'm interested. Currently, there is nothing here that deals with it. I don't know what this single high-level Arclight is supposed to achieve, honestly, other than feeding levels. I'm just now noticing. Let's observe both battles and watch the frames die, basically. This, I think, is the second line of spider mines, and it is not getting in particularly well. But I think there's easily going to be a third wave, and it has been delaying everything for long enough. These spiders have range, and that has been getting all the value here. Meanwhile, there's really nothing for this war factory to fear. This Vulcan may be healing, and it is an awful combo. Heal on a Scorch range Vulcan is about as awful as it gets. But the real fight is going to happen once the war factory is fighting the mass of spider mines. And since it's shooting a lot, well, it might honestly be stuck. Unable to really move forward. Hit the Stormcrawlers, but honestly the Stormcrawlers aren't a problem. Oh no, it's not an interceptor factory. I'm stupid. Yeah, I think there's just too many mines. Look at this stream of spider mines. Even though the war factory has decent amounts of shots, well, okay, now it's starting to make a difference. But at the same time, it is getting damaged, and a new wave of spider mines started to launch. Okay, they're getting intercepted. This is a different kind of interceptor war factory, to be honest. At the end of the day, it is not enough. It has been held up for long enough that the spider mines win. I just wanted to watch that fight, because I think that was epic. Oof. Frames are terrible. I don't know how much longer this game is going. Let me quickly check. Because there was a screenshot of that. Okay. This is handleable. And it's not going to end next round. I will spoiler that much. Even though we see a nuke. That nuke's not going to do much. Double nuke. I repeat, double nuke on the right red player. As they throw out triple fire, basically. Double oil and one incendiary. I'm not sure if this one's going to be close enough to touch. This is Combat Power Central. Let's watch so we're in time for the sunrise. Anything else that is significant? This war factory is now level 3. The Stormcrawlers have continued their leveling spree. And there is crawlers with acid in the front. No doubt to stop this war factory before it can get much value done. The Phoenixes for Legendsmith have been sold. I think you give these Phoenixes Elite and they're going to get their value anyway. They will be able to stay behind the War Factory with Elite as well, I think. Maybe they still need range if the War Factory has range as well. They would get 20 extra range from this, and that makes their range even with the War Factory. These have higher range because of temp range. I'm surprised we don't have temp range here. Extra range from these Stormcrawlers should be good, but maybe I'm thinking of it the wrong way. Anyway, the shields here got instantly evaporated, and this is going to be an absolute nightmare. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Double Nuke, the killer of armies. It's just all dead. The towers basically exploded at the same time because there was nothing left. There is healing sabers, but I think the War Factory, yeah, it's in the acid. You can see the health drop rapidly. It's a massive win, and not surprisingly. The War Factory is staying alive, so this one is going to take a lot of damage and puts the opponents on death's door. In 2v2, this is absolutely death's door, by the way. Matches can be so swingy. Alright. Oh. Oh. Come on, Benny, don't disappoint us. You know what? Yes. Thank you. Woo, this one's gonna be good. This is one of those matches that put a smile on my face. This is one of those matches that are putting an absolutely gorgeous smile on my face. All the nukes concentrated on the right side. I don't know if I would do that, but I guess at the end of the day, I think it's true. At the end of the day, it's better if Theok is pushing into Price's army, opposed to Legendsmith pushing into Benny's army. Well, then again, with EMP on the Stormcrawlers, we might be actually getting somewhere. This match has seen a total, well, is going to see a total of 7 nukes. That's probably not going to loop around until these come off cooldown, and we're probably not going to see another nuke in the next round. Well, I don't think there's anything left to say, really. EMP arc lights here, kind of to stop the acid, but some crawlers are always going to get killed by the War Factory, so I don't think that's a good move. We are seeing range here, double shot here. He's shielded up, yeah. Shields up, ladies and gentlemen, because otherwise this one's gonna hurt. One shield down. He stays alive. I don't know if much of Theok's army stayed alive. I didn't check how much his shields were lasting. Okay, a decent amount of stuff stayed alive, but a single spider-mine assassin has decided to take the tower. Meanwhile, on this side, we have a big Gonzo War Factory that is absolutely blasting anything that comes into contact with it, but is, of course, super vulnerable to acid, and the Scorpions are going to do a decent amount of damage. But not enough. The War Factory simply is too big. It's level 3, it has range. We see a single marksman and 2 level 1 and 2 tarantulas against an army that is well capable of doing a lot more than that. Well, as I say that, the War Factory succumbs to the acid. Does the saber get blown up? No, it does not. And the battle continues to round number 9. Is it gonna be nukes again? They wouldn't be thinking this long if it were. Well, it's quick cooldown. Technically, that is a nuke icon. A nuke sprite, a nuke picture. Whatever you want to call it. We also see oil. Yeah, oil up the Vulcan player. Thank you very much. Legendsmith, you are a player after my own heart. Assault Stormcrawlers. And then also oiling up the Vulcan. I guess now it's starting to become Vulcan Marksman Phoenix. Theok is still thinking. He was able to almost win the last round. A replicate on these crawlers could be bad. Yeah, a replicate on these crawlers could be pretty bad. It would occupy these phoenixes forever and potentially get the tower from behind. And trust me, even this is kill range. In 2v2, normal rules don't apply. Do we see any other big moves that are worth mentioning? We have Typhoons with shields here, and still these level 3 Typhoons. The War Factory is starting to take a turnaround. I would probably beacon this thing through the middle. Or here, through this side, trying to dodge the acid. Siege Scorpions are not going to get much value. These Phoenixes are apparently delayed. They are range EMP, but all just level 1s. Okay, some of these have turned around. That is good. That would have prevented a cheeky little crawler play. That could very well have been devastating, honestly. The army is just too tanky. There's not enough damage output on the side of Price to deal with this army. And the towers fall. And with those towers, very well, I think the chances of victory for Team Red have also gone down. Yeah, that is it. Well, a lot of nukes couldn't finish the job, but one mobile beacon war factory with range and armor was able to do just that. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an absolute banger. Thanks again for Legendsmith and Theo for playing this absolute banger and putting it in the Discord of the Mechabellum Guild. Yeah, that was a good game. Thanks. I'm kind of just flabbergasted how awesome this game was. Like, this is a really cool board. And once again, Vulcan's losing. I'm always a fan of that. Destroying a level 4 Vulcan with Absorption Module and Range Scorch. Yeah, I'm a fan. Thanks for watching, and until next time.